One professor I went to and expressed that, I failed the class. I don't think I'm made for college. I'm not going to make it. And she's like, just keep going, and understand that you're going through a lot. You're not worthless. You don't have safety. You don't have food. You don't have the things that you need. When I was homeless in college, I couldn't focus on anything. There's just so much stress. I'd open the book and I just couldn't read it. The professors were very compassionate, very understanding, very empowering. Professors like, we're going to help you. I'm not going to be another barrier. They showed me that I can be in an unstable situation, but still find stability and still find people to look up to.
The most about thing about being homeless is being where it's safe to be at night, or if you have someone else with you, where it's safe, because that's the biggest part of it all, because you just don't know what's going to happen from moment to moment out. Sleeping in the car for 2 years and then making yourself able to go to school is a big accomplishment in itself.
I interacted with a social worker in high school. I was set up with her, Tina. She was on the task force to end homelessness.
He definitely had, and still does, have this ambition to want to educate people around homelessness. Never wanted any type of handouts given to him. He had this awareness of his situation that he educated me about. I was a bit biased about homelessness, as I think a lot of us can be, and we make these preconceived notions. He really educated me about those preconceived notions.
After I graduated high school, we stayed in contact. The biggest thing she helped is by being consistent. Everything in life at that time was very inconsistent. Housing was in question, food was in question, education was in question, but Tina wasn't in question.
I was there to listen. I was there for him to bounce ideas off of.
He was the person that gave me a lot of advice to help me with the situation I was in, and just how to rationalize the depression, the feelings of worthlessness, and ways to inspire Dad too.
He's a go-getter, and he wants to succeed. I'm glad that it's finally come to that day where he is graduating and go on his own and be his own person.
After I graduate, I'm writing research. I'm trying to frame a research workshop in the area for people that are experiencing various degrees of housing stability and instability, and teaching mindfulness. And that is in hopes that a graduate school would enjoy this research as well, and I can go to a graduate school with it. A lot of times our research that we do is what creates policy, and that's what informs our policymakers. So I want to start looking at it as, let's bring the person back into the situation. If there's a solution to homelessness, it's that personal agency. A lot of the times I found myself thinking that I was subjected to something bigger than myself, and then I lost that personal control. So it's bringing that personal control back. So what I want to do is I want to start teaching awareness and mindfulness to people that are experiencing homelessness, so they can see that they're not exactly 100% their fault, and it's not 100% not their fault, and it's not really about fault. It's about just seeing what we can do to get the person where they need to be.